Predict a Rafa Benítez team sheet, but this is what he's come up with today. And this week's sweep on the number of changes in the Liverpool lineup has been won by whoever took a punt on 5. Out go Finnan, Kuijt, Alonso, Benayoun and Kuijt. There's a first Premier League start for the Slovakian defender Martin Škrtel, a third league start for Lucas in midfield. Peter Crouch gets the chance to partner Fernando Torres. It'll be his 300th career game, and to supply him, Pennant answers the call. But Craig, as you mentioned, it is a shape that hasn't always suited Benítez and served him well in the past.
Well, it's a shape they used at Reading away, and a game we covered live here in Setanta Sports, and you know they lost that game. It didn't look comfortable, and certainly Peter Crouch, I don't have to tell you, is no left winger. As I said a couple of seconds ago, that may not be the shape that they use, but we do feel in the personnel that that's probably how they're going to start, with Carragher who shifts to right back. Škrtel comes in for his home debut here, his home league debut. Hyypiä experienced Aurélio. It's in front, you know, they may play narrow in there with Gerrard, Mascherano and Lucas. They could switch it in there. Gerrard could play on the right and one of them could drop into the left with Crouch going up front. So he has got, you know, room to manoeuvre, Rafa Benítez. Where he hasn't got room to manoeuvre is in this Premier League, where he's 20 points off the pace and struggling even to make that last Champions League spot at the moment.
Well, Rafa Benítez and Keane are kindred spirits when it comes to chopping and changing. The Premier League's youngest boss has only twice named an unchanged team in his 69 matches in charge. Today, with York injured and Stokes dropped, they're happy to welcome back Kieran Richardson into a 5-man midfield, one of 9 former Manchester United men on the Sunderland playing staff. He's been an important player, but he's rarely been fit. Chopra returns from suspension. Striker Kenwyne Jones was the subject of interest from Liverpool earlier in the season.
Well, I think we wondered where Keane might go with the 2 up front after that good victory in midweek, and he's decided to stick with Kenwyne Jones up front, which has been a tactic they've used quite often this season. I think it's in midfield where they've got to get that solid backbone in there with Whitehead, Miller and Richardson to give some protection to the back four and Craig Gordon, and then when they do get in possession, use it properly, get some decent possession, get support up to Jones and get some delivery in the box from where he's already proved potent this season.
Hampton Waterlooville's influence remains 1 week on. Rob Styles hails from the home of the now world-famous Hawks. Time for the excuses to stop. Liverpool still seeking their first league win of 2008, and whatever the off-field problems, they are not surely issues that the players can hide behind any longer. This is Daryl Murphy. Sunderland in all white today. The last time that Rafa Benítez was in touch with today's match referee was when Rob Styles was forced to ring him to apologise for giving that phantom penalty to Chelsea back in August. It's the first time that Mr. Styles has been appointed to a game here since.
Well, I spun as a yarn in that interview with Kelly beforehand, saying Crouch was going to play on the left. I'm going to go straight 4-4-2 Liverpool. Crouch and Torres up front. Lucas on this left hand side.
There's Richardson losing out. Recap on the 2 teams at the bottom of your screen. And number 10, traditionally the playmaker's number in European football, and indeed Richardson is very important to Sunderland. Here's Whitehead, lost it to Gerrard. Peter Crouch, very important block by Nosworthy.
No, great challenge, Nosworthy. Just about to pull the trigger, Crouch. Wonderful challenge.
Sorry, Hyypiä across. He feels he was caught by Kenwyne Jones, and he's making that point to Mike Tingey, who is the referee's assistant on this near side.
Well, he might have been caught, but he's not getting a free kick for it. He's got to expect that.
Hyypiä. It's Collins. There's another mix and match selection from the Liverpool manager. Out of the question that Champions League last 16 game against Inter is already weighing on his mind when it comes to team selection. Starts thinking about the big European games from a long way out. Before that, Of course, they've got Chelsea to play in the Premier League, and an FA Cup tie against Bardsley. Aurelio.
Just looking at Sunderland, John, they've gone 2 up as well, so the moral is it's not listening to managers anymore. I thought Kenwyne Jones was going to play up there, but Murphy on the left, but he's pushed right on early.
Here's Richardson. Whitehead. Pennant took a blow there. Mascherano.
I think when we saw this Liverpool team sheet being handed in, certainly you and I, John, felt that it was going to be crouch up and 4-4-2, and then Rafa hinted it was going to be something different in his interview, but I think we always felt that with the talk about town when Torres and Kuijt not really working, that a lot of people wanted Crouch in there, and Richardson looks like he's got a sore one there.
And that's not good news for a player that Sunderland do rely on when he's fit. He's only played 8 games for them, scored 3 times in that period, but he's been on the injured list much more frequently than he's been available. And he's been carrying a hamstring problem which has kept him out of the last 2 games. And Pete Fryer had a rather resigned look on his face as he jogged across to try and offer him some solace and treatment.
Well, that'd be a real blow for them, and that goes without saying. Just gone 4 minutes in the clock, and we thought they were going to go with 1 up, and I've just mentioned that they've been pretty positive in the way they've set up. What they won't want to do is lose one of their key players this early in the match. That goes without saying, but it doesn't look too good for Richardson at the moment.
Well, already the message has gone back to the bench to prepare Rada Prica, the new Swedish recruit from Aalborg. And Richardson is limping behind the Anfield road end goal as Nosworthy has to recover quickly against Torres, then runs into Lucas. Miller and Murphy. Sunderland playing with 10 for the time being. Daryl Murphy taking on Carragher. And getting little change out of him to start with, but showing persistence. Pennant to clear. To see Prica very shortly. Hyypiä for Liverpool. Crouch. This for Miller. Now Whitehead. Collins. Bardsley got there as quickly as he could. Liverpool will contend that that wasn't quickly enough, but no foul's been given.
Well, I don't know if he got the ball, because the ball didn't really change much direction. No, he didn't actually. And Lucas gets there first. He plays absolutely none of this ball. Smallest of nick on it. It came through Lucas. There's no doubt about that.
Here is Rada Prica, who came on as a half-time substitute against Birmingham the other night and scored within 20 minutes.
I think Roy Keane maybe toyed with the idea of starting him, but chose not to. But Murphy will just drop back into that left-hand side. Prica will go up front with Jones. He shouldn't change the shape too much, if at all.
Looking for Crouch. Lucas is hunting it too. Liverpool without a win in their last 5 Premier League matches. Pennant. Mascherano. If they fail to win today, it will be Liverpool's worst start to a calendar year since 1954. Confirmation from down below that it is a recurrence of Richardson's hamstring problem that's forced him off. Collins, Škrtel, Nosworthy, there was a slight sense of trepidation around Anfield, which is most unusual here. And the Kop very subdued behind Reina's goal right now. Need the team to lift them today. Mascherano. Each of the pass with just a yard less pace on this. It's a good spot. Still no confirmation that Javier Mascherano has completed his transfer. The club have now reached verbal agreement with his representatives to pay a further £17 million to secure him on a long-term deal. It means his total transfer fee will be £18.6 million.
I just wonder if it's a sign of the times at the moment, John, that Sunderland, who have been struggling so much away from home, come here and decide to go with two up top and match up with Liverpool. Obviously feeling there's something in this game for them. If we can get enough possession and enough people forward, as I mentioned, up and support to the likes of Jones.
His assistant flagging for that. A brief mention of Sunderland's poor away record. It's 8 consecutive away league defeats and just 2 points on their travels. Both courtesy of last-minute equalisers at Birmingham and Middlesbrough. Aurélio. Mascherano. There's a new man, Škrtel. Gerrard. Johnny Evans. Škrtel hemmed in by Prica. Mascherano. Gerrard. Pennant. Again, Jermaine Pennant. Gerrard. Lucas. It's good possession from Liverpool. It's Torres with two waiting. Gordon in the way and Collins with the header clear. Here come Liverpool again with Gerrard. Crouch. Torres. The ball a stranger to Sunderland. Now they can reacquaint themselves with it with Chopra. Jones. Play off Hyypiä. Evans. Jones. Chopra. Told by Hyypiä.
I'm not quite sure if he blocks him or Chopra runs into him there. Does he move? No, just puts the leg out a bit, I think, then gives the old innocent arms out. What it is, though, a wonderful position for Sunderland, the first one of this match, really. Coming up to 14 minutes.
This is where they will miss Richardson, who would have been a candidate to take it, but they do still have Daryl Murphy. And they've sent Johnny Evans up and Danny Collins. Only Nosworthy has stayed back. Murphy. Clearance is by Pennant. Nosworthy. Hurried by Mascherano. Here's Torres. Goes down under the challenge of Miller, and it's Liverpool's turn to have a threatening free kick.
He's very positive, Torres, and wonderful touch when that dropped out the sky from him, and he's only thinking about driving in there, committing players, making Sunderland make the challenge. I just wonder if this is in range for the likes of Gerrard. Certainly it's the way he's shaping up, John.
Well, you would say it is on a good day. The trouble is that Liverpool haven't had too many good days just lately. They need something to lift them. Maybe he's the man. Aurelio over it. Ball breaking early. Gerrard creating an angle. Whitehead that threw himself into the path. Aurelio. Hyypiä. Torres. This is a lovely adhesive first touch that he's got. Gerrard. He's had a few battles here over the years. Often in a winning cause in his Manchester United days. Amazing how frequently Manchester United, when they lost here, did so without Roy Keane in their team. Every time they won, he was a central figure. Bardsley. Chopra. Goes Torres, and here comes Gerrard. Lovely ball for Torres. Crisp and defeat. Lucas was dallying. Aurelio. Chopra. Liam Miller. Murphy. Whitehead. Falls down with Prica. And here's Gerrard. Torres. Crouch. Gerrard. This time he will try one. There's Evans in the way of it. The way Sunderland have set up, much more positive than in previous away games against top of the table opposition. If indeed you can count Liverpool as top of the table opposition, they're 7th after all. It worked for them for long spells at Old Trafford and at Arsenal. And they lost by a single goal margin, and to fairly late goals too.
as John, coming up in 20 minutes in this match from Liverpool's point of view, that link-up between Steven Gerrard and Fernando Torres, two players that no doubt are on the same wavelength. The problem for Liverpool is that they rely so heavily on those two guys in there, and at the moment nobody else has really looked like creating anything for them. And Gerrard's already lined up a couple of efforts. Torres has looked to pull on the shoulder and has a couple of decent touches, but you've got to get support from other people out there.
Whitehead. Collins. Miller. Taken away tamely by Mascherano to Miller. Pennant. Mascherano. Aurélio. Crouch. And they stood off him, and here's Torres. And it's stout defending by the new man Bardsley. Mascherano. Carragher. Pennant. Lucas couldn't give the return. And here's Whitehead for Sunderland. Miller. Now Prica. And then foul, Škrtel having lost the ball to him. Happy afternoon against Havant and Waterlooville. Martin Škrtel, his first start for Liverpool. Gerrard. Clearly pulled back by Liam Miller. And a degree of cynicism about the challenge, which will earn Miller a yellow card.
Gerrard's first touch just took it away from Miller. As we see, Škrtel sticking the little ball in, just nice little touch across him. And there's not a great deal in it, so a little tug, just enough in front of the referee to get Miller in the referee's book early on. There'll be quite a bit of that this evening, you'd imagine, trying to get tight to Gerrard and Mascherano in there.
Mascherano! From a man who is still to register his first goal in English football.
Now fell asleep Sunderland. You can see here, look, having a little conference on the edge of the box. Okay, he's a good 35 yards out, but you just never know. Don't give him the opportunity. And Sunderland players just in position about who should get tight to Mascherano in there. You might see quite a bit of that today, shooting from outside the box. What I have noticed is when Liverpool get possession, John, Sunderland just drop right onto the edge of the box, so there's not going to be much space in behind for them to run into. And going back to Martin Škrtel, you were talking about, you know, he's a new kid in the block, Hyypiä experienced, you know, but coming towards the end of his career, I think that may have some thinking about putting somebody up alongside Jones this evening, because we know Jones will ruffle a few feathers. All he needs to get a bit of support up with him, maybe a little flick on, get appearing up there working together. Like Keane fancies that he can cause him a few problems this evening.
It would go against the grain of history for Sunderland to get a positive result here. On by Murphy, that was Škrtel, and then given away, and Whitehead tries one. Very casual from Lucas.
Yeah, it was a poor execution from Whitehead. Decent chance from 20 yards or so. He could even have taken a touch, but I wasn't against him hitting it first time, because sometimes it's rolling back to you, but we just no real belief in the strike.
Belief and confidence, a couple of factors that Benítez has been talking to his players about this week. More particularly the lack of them. Mascherano. Gerrard. Aurélio. Gerrard. Pennant was on the back foot. Chopra. First of October 1983, Sunderland's last win on this ground, and the goal scorer in the centre of your picture there, with a penalty at the Kop end, Gary Rowell. Their record post-war goal scorer until the arrival of Kevin Phillips, and there's the man that he beat between the posts at the Kop end, Bruce Grobbelaar. Whitehead disrupting. Škrtel pursued by the not inconsiderable figure of Kenwyne Jones. Took off, didn't go anywhere.
It had to be a push, surely.
Referee waited to see if any sort of advantage was going to unfold. It didn't, so back we come for the free kick.
No, I don't think he gave that free kick, I have to say. I don't think he was playing the advantage. I think he's made a late decision because Peter Crouch was complaining to him. Let that go far too long for me, John. I did say it was a free kick at the time. I did feel he just pushed it back slightly. And I think you can see the way he's complaining there, Crouch. The referee didn't give it.
Well, Aurélio turns up in hope at the scene of free kicks so frequently. Doesn't take many, has generally wasted those he has had a go at. So will Gerrard pull rank? No, it is Aurélio. True to form.
Next thing we will pull rank. A good free kick from a good position.
Lucas.
As I said, John, that's maybe what it's going to come down to today for Liverpool. No space in behind.
Played by Bardsley. Doughty right back. It's well down the Old Trafford pecking order, but right at the top of Roy Keane's shopping list. Mascherano. Was, though, a fairly cynical tug at Gerrard, which you would have expected to be punished. Maybe it's just walking through the doors as a former Manchester United man that puts him in a bit of a mood. Nosworthy. Hyypiä. Mascherano. Came off Collins. This is Johnny Evans. Whitehead. Jones. Jones. And eventually Mascherano knocks the ball away and Jones is left in a heap. In fact, Kenwyne Jones is still down. And Rob Stiles won't allow the free kick to be taken until he's assessed how badly hurt Jones is.
I thought Mascherano did well coming back in. You can quite clearly see he plays the ball. I think it's more the way he lands. It is. It's in the foot, hits him in the head. So he takes a knock there.
The fact that Carragher inadvertently caught him in his follow through didn't help. Kenwyne Jones, a player in whom Liverpool reportedly were interested to the extent of sizing up a £12 million bid just before Christmas. Short of goals of late, but he's fourth in the assists table for the Barclays Premier League. Only Ashley Young, Cesc Fabregas and Dimitar Berbatov have set up more goals than this man this season.
Well, exactly, that's what it's all about for him. It's not scoring goals, and that is the difficult part of being a striker. It's your general play you got to look at, and his work rate, and he's always an out ball for them. As I said, he's willing to ruffle a few feathers. He will eventually need a long-term partner if he's going to stay at Sunderland, up there with him. And he just looks a bit groggy, a little bit of smelling salts. As a striker over the years, he's going to take a few of those. And lost Richardson in 4 minutes. They don't want to lose another player. I certainly don't think they will. And the keeper John, just gone half an hour with a safety mate really. So Sunderland were pretty happy with that. And you can just hear the crowd getting restless.
Here's Gerrard. Kenwyne Jones back on. Mascherano. Sonny got his club right to Pennant. Torres. Here's Gerrard. Škrtel. Rather more comfortable, Škrtel, this evening, prior to that shank into touch, which was another Hampton Waterlooville moment for him. Torres, here comes Crouch. Sensibly played by Bardsley, and calmly too.
Well, that's the second time he's headed it back to his keeper. It's pretty composed, Bardsley. He was at Rangers at the start of the season on loan, that didn't work out for him. A chance now, he's moved to Sunderland.
From the shadows at Old Trafford, where Gary Neville, Wes Brown, Danny Simpson latterly all ahead of him in the pecking order. Pennant. Mascherano. Lots of huff and puff from Liverpool, but not much else. Torres. Prica hasn't really had a look in since arriving as an early sub for Kieran Richardson. Murphy. Chopra. Whitehead. Fouled by Mascherano. In the last 17 years, only one Sunderland player has scored at Anfield. And that was Kevin Phillips. 2 league wins here since 1936. Whitehead. There's Prica. And Hyypiä got his head to it, and just as well. Pennant. Evans. Bardsley. Murphy. Cameron Jones, just a little uncertain, a little bit of hesitation about him.
A good ball from Bardsley forward. Could have left it, Murphy. Prica was behind him. I don't think he got the shout.
And in front of a static, largely seated Cop. That's Sunderland throw. As if the Liverpool supporters have become so conditioned to bad news, they're expecting some more. Bardsley.
Oh, you can just blame it on the owners when that happens, but I don't think Craig Gordon will be expecting to be, what, 37th minute, not had a save to make. Very, very comfortable for Roy Keane and his team. You can smell the maybe some here from this evening. Been very scrappy so far. I think that's just the way Sunderland will like it.
The fans are quite happy, as you can see in the background.
Yeah, the fans are starting to sing now, John. They're trying to get behind the team because they've nothing to go on at the moment.
Mascherano. Aurélio. Lucas. Crouch was just nudged there by Collins. There's Pennant. No appeal from the Liverpool man. Nice run by Pennant. And Torres, who has got a sore head now, and so has Bardsley after the two of them clashed in mid-air.
Yeah, it's brave from Bardsley as he tucks round, but it's good play from Jermaine Pennant. Out in the wide position, that's what Liverpool fans are looking for. Dinks a little lovely ball up, and Torres thinks he's going to get a free header, but Bardsley tucks round well from his right back position, and they just clash heads. Very comfortable for Gordon. And a little push on Crouch. Nothing in it at all, really. Nobody really claimed for it. Rafa Benítez thinks over a push. Well, you're pretty lucky if you're going to get a free kick in the edge of the box for that. Fernando Torres. He's taken a sore one. Can't question his bravery, his ability, and his goal scoring. He hasn't really had a chance today. Paul Bardsley so far has defended very well indeed.
Bardsley, part of the Manchester United youth team that won the FA Youth Cup back in 2003. A couple of his teammates now have joined him at Sunderland. Whilst it was Bardsley that took care of Torres on that occasion, Johnny Evans has done a pretty good job at the back so far. As Evans made his international debut for Northern Ireland in that famous 3-2 win against Spain at Windsor Park in Belfast, and he did a good job that night on Fernando Torres. Mascherano. Torres turned into Nosworthy. The 150th meeting between Liverpool and Sunderland, still stubbornly goalless. Talking as a word of the FA Youth Cup, these clubs meet in that competition next week, the last 16 stage. Liverpool the winners of the FA Youth Cup in the last 2 seasons. that success has necessarily helped their first team picture. Here's Gerrard. Even he caught napping. Jones. And again, Mr. Angry has appeared down below us. Roy Keane. Wasting possession is his problem with his players at the moment.
It was Kenton Jones he was giving the rollicking to, because you could see it. Prica was on. If he could just have found that ball over the top. Plenty of space there for Prica.
This is Prica. Mascherano. Aurélio. Hyypiä. Away by Murphy. Torres. Gerrard. Crouch. Sunderland organised and diligent, and doing enough at the moment. Nosworthy returned with interest. That was Jones. Carragher, back to Reina. Largely unemployed Pepe Reina. There from Aurélio to Chopra. A challenge that the referee didn't see fit to blow for. Gerrard. This is promising for Liverpool. It's Torres. It's a tremendous block by Johnny Evans.
I think it's Phil Bardsley that pulled Torres onside. Lovely little clip ball round the corner from Stevie Gerrard. I did say it's going to take something like that because Sunderland are defending the edge of the box. Great challenge from Evans to thwart Torres.
First corner of the first half in its final minute. Aurélio. Nosworthy. Mascherano. Try again. Planning to speak without notes at half-time, Roy Keane. Wasted no time writing anything down. He's just patrolled that narrow technical area throughout.
Well, they've got two banks of four when Liverpool get it. Defending the edge of the box, get the midfield four in front, drop a striker back in, asking the questions of Liverpool, and so far, Liverpool haven't had the answers. Whenever I see them this season, I always think they lack a bit of width, certainly in this left-hand side. It's Lucas out here this evening, but if they are going to stretch Sunderland, they're going to have to get some width in the game. Two big strikers up front.
Does that mean Ryan Babel in the second half? Maybe Benayoun?
Well, they just have to do something for me. I mean, the amount of games we've watched Liverpool this season, we get to half-time and say, well, they're going to have to change it. And I don't think that's been happening too often. That Liverpool fans like, and they've got plenty of pace like Babel on the bench. They've got Benayoun, who's got a little bit more craft about him, and craft is certainly something that's been sort of lacking for Liverpool.
So why haven't they been in from the start? Pennant, Crouch, Gerrard. Labour was lurking. Back it comes to Gerrard. Carragher. Pennant was slow. This is Murphy. Second of 3 additional minutes. Gerrard. Lucas.
As I say, I think it's all a bit narrow there from Lucas. The ball was on for him, but if he does stay a little bit wider, it gives Gerrard the option to play the ball to him or to drive in, but he just narrows the game right down, which of course suits Sunderland.
Škrtel. It's not in truth the first half that's going to live too long in the memory. It's one with which Sunderland will be much more pleased than Liverpool. To be added to what we've said and seen already. A subdued first half, Liverpool well below the standard required, Sunderland doughty if defensively minded. They have tried to break with their two strikers, haven't seen too much of the ball, but Liverpool in particular must do better. Liverpool 0, Sunderland 0 at the break. Liverpool getting this game underway, Finnan having slotted in at left back, Carragher staying at right back. No reason has as yet been given for that change, so any of the Liverpool supporters hoping for a very positive half-time substitution involving Benayoun or Babel will have to wait for the time being. Sunderland of course forced into one very early alteration with a recurrence of Kieran Richardson's hamstring problem. Confirmation across the bottom of your screen of how the two sides line up now. Lucas. Mascherano. Whitehead rather hastily clear to Škrtel. Nosworthy. Miller, only player to receive a yellow card in the first half, which angered his manager, as did most things, and Prica didn't show any great conviction. He was onside.
He was onside. Once again the ball was drilled in, another wonderful diagonal for him. You can quite clearly see he's on, half-hearted effort to get on the end of it. It's the second time in this match since coming on as a substitute. Once in the first half he was in behind, so he is aware of how to pull onto the shoulder. Just need the delivery to be right for him. He's already shown in a very short time at Sunderland that he can get on the score sheet.
Whitehead to Danny Collins. Daryl Murphy. Asking Collins to go again, which he can't.
No, so you get the striker on the bench, just stick it in. That's exactly what his manager's telling them there. Just get your left foot round it, get it stuck in the box. And 2 or 3 in there, especially Kenwyne Jones, so he had targets.
Interesting study in body language, the Sunderland manager today, Roy Keane, often so calm on the touchline, but it's as if from his Manchester United days he's programmed to respond with hostility to the mere sight of a Liverpool shirt.
I just think it's a case you can see there's a Liverpool side short in quality and confidence, and here's a fantastic chance for them to pick something up, Sunderland.
Miller. This is a Sunderland team defeated through injury. No York, no Andy Reid, the new signing who's arrived with a knee problem. No Ledbetter, no Higginbotham, and for the rest of this season, no Ross Wallace. Mascherano. Miller. Finnan. Carragher. Nosworthy misjudged it. Fortunately for him, Bardsley was right behind him.
One of the things about Sunderland is when you've got the ball, you've got to keep it. William Miller, his percentage today compared to the season where he's normally not bad at passing, is not very good, so we just need to be a bit better in possession, Sunderland in general.
This is Miller. That improves his percentage. And here's Chopra. Hyypiä across in front of Prica. Lucas. Crouch. Gerrard. Carragher.
One of the strikers has got to move from there. Carragher's got absolutely nothing to hit.
This is Crouch. Pennant. Now a chance for a cross. 4 red shirts waiting. Get beyond the first man, Miller. Now he will. Whitehead. Finnan. Seeing an awful lot of players from both sides dawdling when in possession. Lucas. Hyypiä. Back to Reina. Better effort from the crowd now. Not yet from the team. Gerrard. Some pass for Pennant. Here's Fernando Torres. Britain's most expensive goalkeeper, rarely troubled today. Conceded 7 across the park at Everton earlier in the season, Craig Gordon. But the first half here produced just 3 efforts on goal and 1 corner. Mascherano. Gerrard. Lucas. Mascherano. Fending off Miller. And Murphy is happy to kick it anywhere. As it happens, straight to Hyypiä. Here's the captain. Well, Hyypiä had continued his run. And was waiting at the near post for that. Activity down on the Sunderland bench, and it surrounds Roy O'Donovan, the young Irish winger. And it seems that the sub is going to be subbed, because Prica is the man about to get the hook.
I'm actually not surprised about that, John, because he's had a fair amount of verbals from his manager for his wacky hold-up play. You can just stick Daryl Murphy back up there where he started the game. Looking at Prica, he has got in behind a couple of times. The general hold-up play in his manager's eyes, obviously, has not been good enough.
Big step from the Danish league to this. Mascherano. Cover was from Chopra. And here comes the Sunderland substitution. And this will be a big blow for Prica, who's been saying ever since his debut in the week how much he was looking forward to playing here. Hoped to start. Actually came on after 7 minutes when Richardson was injured, but afraid not to put too fine a point on it. He's had something of a shocker. And so Roy O'Donovan, the 22-year-old from Cork, comes on. Many days in recent years when Liverpool have struggled to play with fluency at home. Usually the script demands that this man, Steven Gerrard, at some point produces something inspirational to lift Liverpool by their bootlaces. No sign as yet. Lucas. Evans. Here's Gerrard, and it hit Crouch. Fernando Torres to Carragher. And it comes from the tallest player on the pitch. Peter Crouch stoops to conquer, and Liverpool have their lead.
Well, I spoke about having a little bit of width and getting some delivery into the box for Alexei, Torres and Crouch. That's the initial one from Gerrard. I don't think it was in target, but it actually comes off Crouch and they work it out wide. And they don't get tight enough, Sunderland, simple as that. Allow the cross to come in. And that's a wonderful jump from a standing start for Peter Crouch. Love the ball whipped in from Carragher. And Peter Crouch has pulled onto the back post, and Bardsley. I think Bardsley was complaining that Nosworthy should have been picking him up, should have been doing better. The keeper had no chance.
Landmark day for Crouch, his 300th career appearance, marked with his 96th club goal.
Well, that's the first bit of quality from Liverpool in a wide position. Wonderful ball in from Carragher, inviting. And that's got to be bread and butter for Crouch at the far post there, and it certainly was on this occasion.
8th of the season for last season's leading scorer, who struggled to get a start in the Premier League. Blocked by Evans on Mascherano. Chopra now alongside Jones up front. That's Reina's. Despite recent results, not too many issues with Rafa Benítez, but the non-selection of Kuijt is one. And Torres' goal-scoring form has been another thing that's buoyed them this season.
Well, that's more like it from Liverpool. That's what you expect from the likes of Torres. And a wonderful first touch, and the second weren't bad either. Looking for the far corner, looking to lift it over Gordon. Certainly changed the complexion of this match. That header from Crouch.
Looks like Benayoun may be next to join us. Approaching the hour mark. Hyypiä forward. Škrtel as well. Gerrard with the kick. Hyypiä made contact, but the ball arrived at pace.
I just have to say that I think Phil Bardsley was a pretty good evening up to now. I was a little bit disappointed that Myron Nosworthy didn't help him out at that back post, as we see Benayoun getting some instructions from his manager. The match a lot more comfortable for them now than it was 2 or 3 minutes ago. I just think, Nosworthy just lost Crouch a little bit, just for a yard or so, and that was enough.
Mascherano. Although he was caught by the newly arrived O'Donovan.
These dives in, nice skill, got the arm across the face for good measure as well. First challenge from O'Donovan, I think that's what Rob Styles was saying.
Spiky arrival on the scene for Roy O'Donovan. And when Benayoun arrives, Lucas will depart. Gerrard. From Škrtel. Kick. So here comes Yossi Benayoun, scorer of 2 hat-tricks for Liverpool this season, and he will replace Lucas. Innovation that is respectful rather than radiant. And functionality being replaced by flair. First involvement for Benayoun is to concede it. And this far from over. Of the 9 occasions when at home Liverpool have taken the lead in the Premier League this season, they've won only 4 of those games. Bardsley's deep kick, Reina unchallenged. And tries to set Pennant on his way. Torres. Mascherano. Nicely conceived pass for Benayoun. Pennant. There's Crouch! And Gerrard deflected wide. Peter Crouch with his bicycle kick special.
Well, plenty of room for Jermaine Pennant here just to pick out Crouch. Wonderful volley. And I'll tell you what, that's a save that may just allow Sunderland to get back into this match. Wonderful save from Craig Gordon.
Peter Crouch showing England form, and he's in the England squad. There's Crouch again. Bardsley to the rescue.
Full Bardsley saves the day. Craig Gordon's beaten as Crouch loops his back over the goalkeeper. He did have another player behind him, to be fair. And good defending again from Bardsley. And he's got to weather this storm, Sunderland.
Gerrard. Oh, and Benayoun came in front of Škrtel, who'd have had a clean header.
Yeah, lack of communication there. Plenty of room for Škrtel. I think it was just behind Benayoun. You can see him just working off his man. He's free header really from what, 7-8 yards most.
He's not had much to do, save for picking the ball out of the net from Peter Crouch's header, but it was a very impressive stop from Crouch, and then he was relieved that Gerrard's follow-up was deflected.
And you spoke about Liverpool taking the lead and not killing teams off. Well, one of those games was Villa at home recently when we covered it live, so I think for Sunderland the important thing is not to get ragged, and that save may be just all important for Sunderland. And of course Liverpool will be looking to kill this game off now.
Nosworthy, well, he was asking the goalkeeper to come.
Never the keeper's goal, he's not going to come out there. We've just got to deal with it, get it away. I have to say it is difficult to see where Sunderland are going to create something from. Reina's not really been troubled.
Crouch. Benayoun, Sunderland throw. Is this away record that's dragging Roy Keane's team down? 2 draws, 10 defeats on the road before today. The last away win in the Premier League 2 years ago. Roy Keane's predecessors, Dennis Smith, very successful manager of Sunderland, here is the Premier League match delegate today. Torres on the charge. It's well played by Nosworthy. His conversion from right back to centre half has been, if not miraculous, then at least surprisingly efficient. Crouch. Miller. Benayoun. Crouch. Mascherano. It's Carragher. And it's Pennant. And that was out of play. It'll be a Liverpool throw. The goal has certainly not improved his mood, even it has lifted a little bit of the gloom around Benítez. Crouch. Pennant. Gerrard. Danger was held by Whitehead. Oh, and Whitehead was caught a little late there by Mascherano before the subsequent foul. Whitehead has stayed down.
There's a little bit of a break for Sunderland. You can see Whitehead taking a sore one, but they did get 1 or 2 bodies forward. haven't really created anything this evening. 1-0 down, they're going to have to find a way back into this match somehow. A set piece may be their best option.
So Bardsley over the ball, his free kick set up a goal on his debut against Birmingham in the week, headed down by Jones and bundled in by Murphy. Again it's towards Jones. Carragher, and the offside flag up. There's John Cook, the Sunderland kitman these days. He was the substitute all those years ago when Sunderland last won here, 1983. He's also a brave man. He tried to kid Roy Keane before the game today that Ireland had lost in the rugby. And he bit. Here's Torres through the middle. Too much pace for Bardsley. Too much class for Sunderland. Amidst the gloom has emerged the golden boy. Fernando Torres, the darling of the Kop.
Well, two Sunderland players going for the same ball here, get caught out. And he's got a bit of everything, this fella. He's got power, he's got pace, and he's got quality as well, he's got composure, and he uses them all. Keeper maybe he's down a little bit too early for him, but he's got no real protection, Craig Gordon. It's one-on-one, he's outpaced Bardsley. You can't really see Sunderland coming back from this now.
After a stuttering performance, Liverpool at long last beginning to produce. Here's Miller. Moves us out to Mascherano. Here's Gerrard. Keane now much quieter. 20 minutes to play, 2 goals to pull back. It's a tall order for a side that struggles to score in great quantity. How big a blow was losing Kieran Richardson just 7 minutes in. The manager reliant on key players as he continues to build this Sunderland squad. 17 months in charge. Keane has bought and sold 58 players.
It's hard to see where one goal was going to come from. Certainly very difficult to imagine two.
Well, Villa got 2 in 3 minutes here last week. Slight misjudgment by Gerrard, but there's Benayoun. And here's Dean Whitehead for Sunderland. Bardsley. And Miller having to do it all on his own, but he's up against Steven Gerrard. Miller penalised.
Well, let's look at Johnny Evans coming out and smashing into his teammate. And that leaves that space there in behind. Once Crouch flicks that on because Evans is out of position. And Bardsley was no match for the pace and quality of Torres. What a terrific signing he's been.
Steven Gerrard has stayed down after his tangle with Liam Miller. Steve Finnan acting as physio.
He just tracks the run back in here, little shoulder charge, it's just the way he goes down. Steven Gerrard, he just falls awkwardly as if it's just the left ankle. A little strain on it, he'll be fine.
Well, Capello will be hoping so. Reports this morning suggest that Steven Gerrard will be the first man to wear the captain's armband under new England management when they play Switzerland next Wednesday. Whitehead, Jones. This is O'Donovan. Škrtel was a little late on Jones there. And Murphy on his weaker foot. That looked like handball. Jamie Carragher was from point-blank range, but the arm was a good way away from his body. Definitely worth another look.
No, Sunderland fans gone bananas behind that goal. When he slid in, Jamie Carragher gave a late penalty away against West Ham in midweek. Rob Styles having none of it. And as Murphy drags this one down, pulls the trigger. Oh, once again, the arms up from Carragher. Well, I have to say, I think they're entitled to feel they could have a penalty there. I know he's only a yard or so away. But the question is, was that ball on target for Murphy? I think the answer to that is yes. The decision for me is going against them.
Well, Rob Styles has given one hotly disputed penalty here to the visitors this season. He wasn't going to do so again. There's Torres. And that leaves an injury problem for Sunderland. It's Bardsley. Meantime, here's Jones in attack. Hyypiä. He's been around a while, Sammy Hyypiä. Bardsley happily is okay again.
Just going back to that penalty incident, I just feel when you're in the box and you raise your arms, then, you know, if somebody's having a strike and it's in target, then you're giving the referee the option. I felt the option he should have taken there was a penalty kick, if I'm being honest. Rob Styles didn't see it that way.
Nosworthy. Carragher. Jamie Carragher, of course, responsible for the decisive penalty scored by West Ham in the 93rd minute the other night against Liverpool. Murphy, Collins, Chopra, and Collins again, and Liam Miller. More appeals to the referee, and again Rob Styles turns on its heel. Murphy. Carragher will go with him. Murphy delivers behind.
Well, it's Mascherano this time on Liam Miller. Sunderland players saying it was a high boot, which it was. I don't think you're going to get a penalty kick for that, if I'm being honest.
And for a long time it looked like it might be yet another draw for Liverpool. They've had 10 of them already in the Premier League this season. Crouch's header and then a classy finish from Fernando Torres after a collision between two Sunderland defenders. Certainly a much rosier glow put upon this for the men in red. They remain a very difficult side to beat. They've only lost 3 in the league this season. They don't always display enough quality to win games. Jones on, and through to Reina. Torres up. Nosworthy between him and Crouch. And here's Danny Collins. Daryl Murphy. Hyypiä. Bardsley. Pennant. Benayoun. Into the front of Evans. There's more space for Roy O'Donovan now. Chooses not to use it. Chopra. He's got the better of Škrtel, but back also for Liverpool is Finnan. Torres for Gerrard. Whitehead. Miller. Benayoun got enough on that to give Sunderland a throw. Minutes to play plus stoppage time. Hard realistically to see a route back into this for Sunderland, but a goal now would lead to one or two butterflies for Liverpool, I think. Johnny Evans. Murphy. Murphy off Carragher for a corner.
He looks a decent player when he gets in the wide position, Daryl Murphy. Good goal from him in midweek as well. A little bit of space to drive into here. And there's one Sunderland a corner kick, another chance to put a decent delivery in.
First of the game for Sunderland. This corner taken by Murphy. Johnny Evans. And Reina got away with it because Roy O'Donovan poked it over.
Well, it should have been 1-0. Sorry, should have been back in the game for... What a chance that is for Chopra. And okay, O'Donovan stretching for it, but as that ball's headed down there, all Chopra had to do was get a touch on it. Reina would have had no chance. And they're giving themselves a lifeline.
Crouch. O'Donovan. After Liverpool had scored their second, they seem to have enough confidence coursing through their veins to go on and win this by more. They still might, but they've had a rather uncertain 10 minutes. Martin Waghorn, who only passed his 18th birthday last week, is going to come on for Sunderland, and Dirk Kuyt, who by contrast cost £10 million, is going to come on for Liverpool. So two strikers arriving. Third and final substitutions for both teams. Here's Pennant. Won cleanly by Collins. Murphy. Chopra. Is the player likely to be replaced by Waghorn? Liam Miller.
Well, they've had a couple of chances since Liverpool have gone 2-0 up and just switched off a little bit. One for Chopra, and then Chopra sets this up, slid back nicely for Miller. Look to whip it in that far corner. Not good execution as you see Chopra leaving the field.
Martin Waghorn given that surprise debut against Manchester United before Christmas by Roy Keane. And Dirk Kuyt given 7 minutes plus some stoppage time to improve on a record that shows one Premier League goal in open play in 21 3/4 hours this season. But Crouch has done his job today.
Yeah, you're right, job done. Wonderful cross in, bread and butter. under pressure, not really performing well as a team, and that's what it's all about for Peter Crouch. Something Crouch's not really done enough of this season.
And his mood not improved by the fact he's been left out of the Holland squad for their international next week, with Marco van Basten publicly saying he's not been playing well enough. Now, free kick right on the edge, says Rob Styles. And he was well positioned to give that.
No, it's Finnan. It's in behind here. And the spot on the ref just clips him on the edge. It's very close, but he's just outside. Very, very lucky.
Yellow card for Steve Finnan for the foul. Only a foot, perhaps less, outside the penalty area. Well, Roy Keane is claiming downstairs that should have been a penalty. I don't think that's borne out by the replay we saw.
No, it was a good decision from Rob Styles. I have to say, since Liverpool have gone 2-0 up, it's giving Sunderland a new lease, really.
A goal here would really put the cat amongst Liverpool pigeons. Daryl Murphy.
Well, he's got to whip it from here and he looks to strike it. You see, he just tries to smash it. Well, he's got to be looking to go over the wall from that position. There's nowhere else he can go, really. And Steve Finnan just gets away with it on the edge of the box. Dived in, did foul the player. You know, Roy Keane feels as if he's a bit aggrieved about it, but I think we cleared up. It was maybe a foot or so just outside the box. They've had, what, 2 or 3 warning signs, Liverpool, that maybe, just maybe, this game's not dead for Sunderland.
Particularly with a clearance like that by Pepe Reina. Nosworthy. Murphy. Miller. Hyypiä. Pennant. Benayoun. There's Finnan. Mascherano. Reina, now just maybe 5 minutes away from a new club record. The fastest to achieve 50 clean sheets in league football for Liverpool. Eclipsing Ray Clemens. Here's Whitehead, and now Jones. That's a Liverpool throw. Peter Crouch will feel he's made his point, but he's made so many points to Benítez in the past that haven't led to consistent starts. It's only the 5th time that Crouch has started a Premier League game this season. Pennant. Nosworthy across. And Rob Styles looking for help from Mike Tingay, who flags, and it's a penalty.
The referee's assistant gave it. Craig Gordon sprints across to remonstrate, but Nosworthy dived in.
Yellow card for the goalkeeper for the protest.
Flagging across the chest. You can just see. I think he takes Pennant first before he takes the ball. It's a close one. Very, very close one. The referee's assistant's flag went straight across his chest. Gordon didn't feel it was a penalty kick. And certainly what I will say is once you dive in the box and leave your feet, then you're taking a huge chance. And that's what Nosworthy did.
It'll be the skipper, Steven Gerrard, who has placed the ball on the spot at the Kop end. His last penalty was saved. But his record for Liverpool, 9 successes from 14 from the spot. It is Gerrard, and despite the best efforts of Craig Gordon, 3 goals and 3 points for Liverpool.
Well, he gets away with it, Steven Gerrard, quite simply. Craig Gordon should save it, he knows it, he's unlucky to be fair to the keeper, but he guesses the right way. It's not a great penalty, you can see that. A strong hand here tips that past the post. I don't really think it's going to make much difference in terms of the game. 89 minutes, whether he'd saved that or not. A little bit unfortunate. And this is the penalty incident again. Well, I think he does play the ball, but I think it's after he takes Pennant out. That's my opinion. And as I said, he dived in, Nosworthy. Huge risk.
Bardsley for Sunderland. Now well beaten. Benayoun. Kuijt. Pennant. Liverpool heading for 5th place in the Barclays Premier League tonight. Finnan. That was Collins. Two additional minutes. And that third goal adding gloss to what has been a rather patchy Liverpool display. Fairly featureless first half. Very few scoring opportunities. Slightly more expansive in the second. Against a willing but limited Sunderland team. Pennant. Benayoun. Here's to Kuijt. First touch took him away from goal. Second touch gets him past Nosworthy. Škrtel. And he'll be pleased with his contribution, Martin Škrtel.
Yeah, it's been pretty comfortable for him. I mean, they've huffed and puffed at times this evening, Liverpool, but they've got their victory. I have to say, John, we covered the first game of the season at Villa Park, and I think we both thought, you know, here's a side that may just mount a challenge this season, but, you know, that's not to be.
By Torres. This was the season when, particularly with the outlay on Fernando Torres, there was supposed to be a genuine title challenge, but it's another wasted season in league terms for Liverpool. And whereas they started worried about the likes of competing with Chelsea and Manchester United and Arsenal, now they're concerned about Aston Villa, Everton, Blackburn, Portsmouth.
Yeah, and I have to say, whether people agree or not, I think a huge part of it is down to just how much Benítez changes his side week in, week out. But I think the first half performance this evening was indicative of the way the season's gone for them. You know, pretty patchy. You know, and only a very good ball in from Carragher, great header from Crouch, and you know, another composed finish from Torres really killed this game off for them. But you know, they've got that Champions League spot to go for. They're still in the Champions League, and that is a victory in the end.
Job done, that's what Benítez will say. Keane will have a few arguments about penalties, one in particular that wasn't given in the second half for a possible handball by Jamie Carragher. Steven Gerrard with the late flourish from the spot. Liverpool's third after earlier goals by Peter Crouch and by Fernando Torres, who showed quality and great class as well as poise and aplomb in dispatching the ball past a stricken Craig Gordon. Straightforward in terms of scoreline. Liverpool underwhelming really for long periods, but they've won, and that to them in their current plight is all that matters. Liverpool 3, Sunderland 0.